What about that? Nice. That. Gnarly.
You're powered up. Get in there. Score 4-8. You're powered up. Get on.
I walked in there.
Play 3 and 2. You're powered up. Get in there.
What? I was way past that. I was blocking it, hello? Interesting.
Enemy eliminated. Score 0-1.
I was about to pop off.
Traveling to Dorado. Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
I played with Goose earlier. Real aspect? Probably not.
Attack commences in 30.
Nope. Who am I thinking of? You have a Spire, I think. Aspect. That sounds so familiar.
5, 4,
I'm
3,
thinking of Aztec? Oh, I'm thinking of Aztec
attack
and Aspire
commences.
and
Escort
I suck at
the
Genji. I'm slow. It's so much more satisfying to get kills.
I will not waste this
On
chance.
Overwatch 2. Just like the headshot kills. So nice. Bread left? Okay. Whoa.
I am healed.
A little bit lag.
Not forgetting the payload, are we?
was gonna say, I thought they had an ulti. If he was full health, I feel bad for that man. Poor Bugnut. I'm bad at Genji. This looks remarkably like Overwatch 1. Probably because it is Overwatch 1, but slightly tuned. And 5v5. So, still really different. They have a soldier. Not sure. The point is not that it looks entirely different, because it is still Overwatch, you know? But there's a lot of changes. One of which being the gun sounds. I thought Overwatch 2 was supposed to be the super new game. I mean, no, it's essentially Overwatch 1, but 5v5 and all the changes that come with that. No more 2CP. There's a new game mode called Push. Me and this dude duel for nothing. So the biggest thing is 5v5, so there's one less tank. And they just kind of made everything look a little smoother. Dorado's daytime, as you can see. I'm still bad at Widow, so that's interesting. But it's essentially just the same game on a different engine and different mechanics. Because Overwatch 2 is part PvP, which is what the beta is, and then it's also implementing like PvE, so it's going to be hopefully similar to Destiny. I don't know how they're going to do that, but there's going to be like progression and stuff much later. But that's like the main point of Overwatch 2. So this is just the PvP beta right now. Hopefully there's a PvE beta sort of soon-ish. The league starts in 2 days. So I think they wanted to get this out, obviously because it's been a while since they've announced this, but they wanted fans to actually know what the game looks like before they just start watching it. Alright, that sucked. So the PvE is going to be probably this whole big new thing, but PvP for the most part, it's mostly mechanically different with the different team comps available rather than...
I need healing.
60 seconds remaining.
If you played this and compared it to Overwatch 1, it's insanely different. Not even just the 5v5, but like...
No one can hide from my sight.
Just like how it plays is very different. It's sort of odd, but you get used to it, and I really like it. There's a new hero out, Sojourn. She's very fun. Yeah, it's...
30 seconds remaining.
It's Sojourn. Oh my gosh, I walked into that. That little like green orb at the bottom, that was her. She has a... It's called a disruptor, that red orb right there. It slows people and does some damage if you're like in it. She can like slide. I'll play her eventually. The guy on my team is playing her right now. I really like to play her. Right now I'm seeing how bad my Widow is. My Widow's significantly worse on here. It looks exactly the same, I never did much. It looks a lot different, I promise. Like I can see where you're coming from, but like I assure you that I don't know, different voice lines. Yeah, different voice lines, which is really nice, and like I don't know. It's nice to get away from the same thing for the past the past 6 years. Go away, dude. Okay. I want to play Sojourn, but I can't.
Swift as the wind.
It plays much differently. They kind of had to balance certain people certain different ways, so
honor.
I don't know. I can't really. It's hard to explain. You almost have to play it yourself. It plays like a different game. DPS players move faster, so it's like a lot more fast-paced. And with the 5v5, it requires that much more team coordination. A lot of people are thinking that team coordination goes away when you lose a whole tank, and that's just it's just incorrect. I mean, to be able to succeed when you have one less like big body to push with, it requires so much. I'm also not paying attention to the game. I should. My bad. That's why I always play Minecraft or something on streams. My computer, one, wasn't good enough to stream and play this game at the same time, but I also just suck at playing and reading chat. Or in talking at the same time. I'm not even reading chat that often. I also don't know how he saw me there. Holy crap. That was nuts. Pretty trifling.
You can't hide.
60 seconds remaining.
I want to hit a dink, please. Also, one big change is certain abilities. Maybe the monkey will pop it here. But things like Primal Rage and just getting hit with certain shots, like Far Rockets, like shake your whole screen and like move you. I am sucking it. Oh, also new scoreboard, which I really like. You can actually see damage and stuff. You can see I'm doing the worst. It's just like a weird game right now. Like I feel like I can't do anything against the I think I just need to suck it up and play Soldier. I hate Soldier right now because he's really good, and it's almost like if you don't play him, you aren't doing a lot, and I hate that with him. Simply be better. Yeah, I'm sucking it up, man. That's fine. This is my first game after not playing for a little bit today, so I really don't know how long I'm gonna stream for. Genuinely could play like one more game and be done. His gun looks different? Really? I'll have to look at it.
Play of the game.
Godzo. They also had Godzo on their team.
Swift.
That animation looked bugged. There's a lot of visual bugs. But that's expected with the beta. Like on the control maps, sometimes it says that the wrong person is capping, or it says that like a person of your team fell off the map when the other team got booped off. Just some silly stuff like that. But besides that, like the game runs decently well. His gun looks different. Maybe. That could just be the skin that I have. There's the gun normally. I don't remember. Maybe? I don't think they reskinned anyone yet. Obviously, Soldier looks to be reskinned. Yeah, it's a skin. So Diva's probably not. Doom isn't. Orisa isn't. I think Doom is. I don't know, but like Ryan obviously is. Any the ones that have these like anime portraits almost. So Mercy, Lucio obviously is supposed to look different, but he doesn't yet. Bab's supposed to look way different, doesn't yet. So Genji looks different here, but isn't changed at all. Mei looks different, but isn't changed. Just stuff like that. Things that they plan to do but haven't implemented yet. A little disappointing that they didn't at least do those yet, but a lot. I'm thinking a lot of this will be like PvE based, like a lot of the looks of these people. Like, I don't know what the PvE is going to entail. I know there's going to be progression. Cassidy? Oh, you haven't played for a while. Are you wondering why his name is Cassidy? Yeah, so Blizzard named the character McCree off of somebody that worked there, and a lot of people at Blizzard, I'm pretty sure, that worked at Blizzard got hit with like, I don't know if it was sexual allegations or like sexual assault allegations or something along those lines. But basically, one of the people that got accused of stuff was McCree, the guy that worked there. So his new name is Cole Cassidy, but everyone calls him Dave as a joke. But yeah, Cole Cassidy, not to be confused. Of course, they go from Jesse McCree, who is possible sexual assaulter, to Cole Cassidy, who, if you flip the names around and say Cassidy Cole and look that up, that is a porn star. So they didn't do much better in the name choice. So I call him Dave. No, I honestly call him McCree still, because he was McCree for 5.5 years, and I struggled to change my mindset. But
Welcome.
yeah, I guess it's probably been a while for you. So yeah, I think it's sexual assault. It could be other things, but that was a big thing at Blizzard, was
Your team has lost the lead.
like workplace, like bad treatment and stuff like that. Daytime King's Row is one of the. I'll play Sojourn to show her. Daytime King's Row is one of the map time changes that I don't necessarily like. I really like Oasis at night's cool. Let me think. Thank you.
We're in this together.
Yeah, just Oasis at night.
All of us.
No, what else? Gibraltar is like early morning because it was already like sunset, so I guess it's now early morning-ish. That one's not that big of a change. Obviously, Dorado daytime. That's cool, I guess. This one's not bad. Like, it looks pretty, but it's just like, I don't know. Nighttime King's Row is so iconic. So, if you don't know how she works, she has a like projectile gun, and she's sort of like Zarya, where she has a charge in the middle of the screen, and when you hit stuff like shields or people, it charges up in the middle, and then she releases a railgun with
I did, but without careful.
the right click is a railgun. So see, on shields and on the Rhine, I charge it up, I get it to 100, and then I one-shot this Lucio. No, I miss. And that E is just a disruptor that does damage, which slows people, also does damage. Yeah, you just charge up. Let's see if I can snipe some. I don't think there's fall off with the railgun. So, and then she has this slide, which she can jump out of and get some height. I think there's a way to actually get a better jump height, but I don't know it yet. I think
They're on us low in the back.
you spam the jump button right when you do it. But the coolest thing about this game is it plays so different, because with one tank, shooting shields is not just like something that you do all game, which it was in Overwatch 1. Essentially, you team comps and you sit behind shields and stuff like that. They switched off the wall.
Oh, they're on us low.
I really want to show off headshotting someone with a drill gun. It does 225 to them.
Yeah, what about middle run?
I flicked him.
Middle run. Peek it. No one's there.
I missed the point blank. I'm not too good with her just yet. A lot of people are saying to switch the railgun to left click and just shoot with her right. That's something I might consider doing, because it's just more natural to aim with your left click. And if your right click's this projectile, then I don't know. I think that makes sense, but I've yet to try it out. So I think if you, I don't know, something like that, where you jump and then use it and then cancel it and jump right away, you can get height with her slide, but I don't know yet. You can get some far distances, like from there to there.
That's just
No need, just one
Yeah,
fight.
she's very, very fun.
Go kart, go kart.
I really, really.
On a low in the back. 1-1-1.
See, I even missed that. And her ultimate ability basically just charges up her railgun charge
Oh,
to
sweet,
100
sweet.
like 6 times. You'll see it. So like I pop it, and it just like constantly builds up pretty fast without me having to shoot the gun. So I like it because it seems really overpowered because her railgun does so much damage. But as you can see, it's not easy to hit shots. Honestly, I've noticed that it's easiest to like take yourself out of the fight and just like slowly aim at someone in their back line to deal damage. Let's see if I can get a one shot with it.
Nice block.
It does a little over 100 damage, I think, with a fully
Anna,
charged
come.
body shot.
Or I'll be
That's
above it with it.
I want to hit a headshot. Hopefully I will with my ult. But like, I don't think there's fall off. He's gonna shatter. I think I hit him. He's low. Nice.
think I'd ever let you down.
I think I hit him with my railgun. But the guys were like, the development team was like, we need a gun that we don't have yet. And they're like, what about a railgun? And I think she's just insanely fun. It's a good like segue hero. I'm hoping what they do is because maybe there'll be 3 betas and then they introduce a new, because she's obviously a damage. Maybe they'll do a support and a DPS, or a support and a tank. I mean, let's see. In the next betas that they pop out with. I think this one ends in 2 weeks. There's a one-shot headshot. Scooter's full health. Let's pop this shit.
Now.
There we go. Who's gonna? There we go. Get some more railgun shots in there. Probably new support at least make. Yeah, very true. A lot of people are saying support like lost out in this because obviously with the one tank swap, tanks are way different. A lot of them have a lot more health and can do a lot more. Orisa and Doomfist. Doomfist is a tank now, by the way. And Orisa got full changes. Doomfist essentially has a similar thing, except his slam and uppercut are moved into one ability, and then he can block for like 90% reduction. I'm just gonna damage him. And then if they shoot him enough, he gets like a super punch, which does more damage and charges better and stuff like that. But the biggest change is definitely Orisa.
Just getting started.
She doesn't have a shield anymore. She has Fortify still, and then instead of a shield, she swings a staff around, or like a javelin, and it blocks all incoming damage. It's essentially like Sig Eat or like D.Va DM. And she can also like push with it, so it does CC.
Bro, what is up with Soldier's gun and fucking visor?
So it can push people. It doesn't do an insane amount of damage when it pushes people, but I mean it's a decent amount. You can push people off cliffs and stuff. So. And her right click instead of halt is a javelin that she just throws, and it does CC. And if she hits you into a wall, it does more damage. She's just very interesting, but she's very, very fun. So maybe if I get DPS, I'll show up. But people are saying that support kind of missed out because tank got this new thing, and DPS feels fun because DPS move like faster than every other role. So every role got like a new passive. The tank one, they give less ult charge to the other team. DPS move faster, and healers all heal when they're outside of fight, similar to Mercy's passive. So now Mercy heals outside of fight like 22. It's like 22.5 healing per second when she's outside of a fight, which is insane. But
Soldier low behind for poison behind.
Oops. It doesn't just get rid of her passive completely because they give it to every healer, which I think is nice. But like besides that passive healing, like because you have one less tank, and they didn't really change a lot to healers, like they just feel kind of bland. Well, that's what people are saying, and you just I just couldn't really. I shouldn't have walked that in there. I couldn't disagree more. I mean, with there being one less tank, like it favors higher skills, in my opinion. I mean, you can't just like sit in the
Engineer point, low, don't see her.
Get freaking out.
On a half in the back.
I don't know. There's a lot, and each support is changed in their own way because of all the changes happening. But I do hope for another support because the tanks got a big enough change, and DPS got this new hero that it's almost like the people who deserve it the most is obviously support. But like, I wouldn't say that the game's not fun for them. The support has become the role like Tank was in the last game that, oh, I should have hit that. That does not get picked and is, that they offer the priority pass if you play it. The guy's so loud, I know, he needs to chill. I've noticed that like, there's a difference between like quick play callouts and comp callouts. A lot of people are using comp callouts. Like, I'm not saying yelling that we're gonna see 9 is a comp callout, but the way he's saying it and like, I don't think that hit me. But there's no comp right now. It's all just casual. So, he's doing the callouts because this is the most like competitive games can get. It's just quick play.
Enemy down.
30 seconds.
I'll probably do a game of Tank and then end. I really just wanted to see how it looked on stream, and it actually looks pretty nice. My internet usually dies out like every 15 minutes, so I'm actually surprised that this is working. But
I fucked up.
okay, he went for me and not my team, so I'm not even.
Now. Target down.
But I get the
Cooling down. Hold it.
I think we're winning though. We have 4, they have 3. We have 3, they have 2, because I'm bad and died. Here goes. Big boop. No! That's probably true, but the amount of people that like try hard and quick play and just play casually that have been waiting for a change to the game, like,
Oh, GG's.
like I get that logic, but the there's been no content in the game for like 2 years. Alright, I'll do Tank, but you can see the different roll times. I typically would agree with that, but I do think that any type of player is looking for new content right now. But to be fair, the rank that I'm playing a lot of these games at, like, it seems sort of high. Like, I played with a bunch of like Grandmaster streamers earlier today, so I don't know if there's just no matchmaking, or if my quick play MMR is like actually somewhat decent. So I did get rolled in those games, but there was 2 streamers on the other team, and they're both GM players, so I expected to lose. But I'll try out Orisa, and actually I can show Orisa and Doomfist real quick. And Wrecking Ball's taken out right now because apparently you could bug the game and make people crash. So he's getting fixed right now. So Doom, he now has the uppercut, and instead it's kind of just like a leap forward, and then his slam down. So he no longer does damage for how like long or short his slam is. It just does like a static. What's 2 bars? Like 60 damage. The shots still do a lot of damage. I mean, the shots before did a lot of damage, but I think they feel better now because he's, I don't know, bigger and can do more. So I mean, he has a punch. I didn't even get to show. I'll play Orisa though, probably. Yeah,
Now arriving
to show
at
her.
field.
But his punch doesn't one-shot anymore. It doesn't do
Prepare for battle.
a crazy amount of damage.
Select your hero.
It's honestly more, I think, for like crowd control. He honestly plays a lot like Wrecking Ball, where I think just punching people out of position, it like rolling people out of position is kind of how you want to play him. Not necessarily for big damage, but just kind of screwing with them.
Only in unity.
But the punch can hit multiple people, so it works as a nice boob ability if you're next to like a cliff. And then, like I said, he has that block for 90% of damage, and if you hit him enough, he gets a charged punch. His ult's the same. He has more health. He's fun. He's kind of like a better Winston right now, in my opinion. And then Orisa, she doesn't have ammo anymore. She shoots a little different. Her gun overheats.
4, 3,
And then I'll explain.
round
She's completely changed besides her Fortify. Like I mentioned, she has Fortify. Her E is that spinning javelin that eats shots and can push people, and then the right click's the javelin, which is just the most fun thing in the world. So I don't know. Let's see if I can actually do well with her. I haven't played much since the first day of the beta. This is the spinning thing, and negates all damage, and can also push them back, kind of like I did. Bye! I expected the dash back, but let's steal that from him so he can get it. Oh no, he did fall off, okay. I was gonna say. So like,
threats defeated.
I don't know. It does say that blue's capping right now, but I guarantee later it'll say red's capping while we're trying to cap. So there's some visual bugs still. But she's just very fun. She's no longer this static shield bot. You can't really do bunker comps anymore, and that's not something anybody's really sad about. Bashing got a rework. His turret form is mobile now. He's very interesting. But it's on a cooldown, and he has like a little bomb type thing. So he's interesting. See, I got hit in the wall there, so I got stunned and it did more damage. But she's very fun. She's actually very strong. I would say she's probably, out of the 8 tanks, she's probably like second or third strongest right now. I think honestly Doom's pretty strong. Who else? I'm missing somebody big, I think. Maybe not. Sig's whatever. I like Sig still. He's very situational. D.Va right now is kind of weird because playing her as a solo tank is difficult. But she can do a lot because it's D.Va. And, Winston's fine, and he has a new secondary fire, which does a little bit of damage. But honestly, like, if you want to play dive tank, just play Doomfist. I guess there's 9 tanks. Ball's fine. Ball's always just been kind of, he can do his own thing, but then your team has literally 0 tanks. So, but you can play around it, so he's okay. Ryan's fun. He's a little difficult to solo play around, but it could be worse, I guess. And then her ult. So her ult, it's no longer supercharger. She pulls people in and then charges up like a slam. So what she just did right there. Except she didn't hold it long enough, so it didn't do like any damage. So it pulls people in. Oh, I hit him. Pulls people in. She kind of charges up a shot. She gives herself Fortify, so she doesn't die while she's doing it. And then you charge up to 100%. And 100%, which takes like 4 seconds to charge, only does like 225 damage. So it's not like the strongest ult in the world or anything. But the amount of CC and stuff that comes with it, like, anything now in that little zone takes some damage.
No one can hide from my sight.
Nice, She's pretty strong right now. What are the other tanks? I can't think of. Oh, Zarya. Zarya is underrated. In my book, maybe she's highly rated in other people's books, but I think she's great. No, she's kind of the safe tank to choose. She does an insane amount of damage to basically every other tank. Her change is that she no longer has a personal bubble and a ally bubble specifically. She has bubbles kind of on like a Junkrat mine cooldown, where she has up to 2 bubbles, and can use them on herself or anybody else, so they can go anywhere. So she just has 2 charges of bubbles now. And they start regenerating, I think, the second that she pops it. So Zarya is definitely the safe bet, I think. But Orisa is probably the most fun tank. Just with how much they changed with her, and like hitting javelin shots is so fun. Just there's nothing about her that's unfun. I mean, she gets a little movement speed while she blocks. She's just no longer the I'm pulling, okay, reloading, putting a shield here, shooting. Like, she's not the most mobile still, but McCree has he no longer has a stunning flashbang. It's like a heat-seeking sticky grenade, but it doesn't stun anymore. They tried to get rid of stuns. See, he stuck it to me, and it does like 130 damage, which I think is really dumb. I think a stuck ability that heat seeks while it's in the air for like a second, if it sticks you, it should not do that much damage. Because he could shoot you and hit you with it, and you automatically die. So they got rid of the stun, but kept his one-shot combo, and that's just gross to me. At least make it do like 100 damage or something. It's not hard to stick, especially considering it's heat-seeking.
Just live through that.
Hey, I stunned him. Yikes. So when she does the spinning javelin, she eats even like the javelin that I throw, but I hit behind her.
There's a soldier on high ground and a BAP on our high ground.
See, if you look, it says red's capping right now, but we're capping. So
can we go get BAP right here?
But yeah, I hit behind her, so her E didn't eat my javelin.
Korea on high ground, careful. Bro, what?
Those are Lucio on.
Like that, I like it.
They used lamp, interesting.
There's still a soldier high ground.
That probably could have been a lot better, but nice plug. Yeah, I mean, it's a beta. And the thing that bugs me is a lot of people are saying that there just wasn't a lot that came with this beta, but like, it plays like a whole new game. It just kind of looks the same. Like, if you don't think it plays different, then I don't know what you're smoking.
Yeah, you gotta pocket heal me. This will be tough though.
Because it plays so different. I mean, one tank, there's no longer just hella shields to play around.
Orisa can die?
That's so cool. They can't defend against that. I mean, it picks them up essentially. It blocks all the damage they do. It's just, she's just like a better Sigma.
We're gonna take high ground.
I mean, even the rock, like the javelin does what the rock does essentially, but better. It's harder to hit for sure, but
Orisa's right side.
I think my issue is that I don't use Orisa enough as like a protector. Got him. See, I stunned High Noon just then. I don't block enough. You can like cancel fortify and stuff. Like
Nice.
she gets more health when she fortifies.
You can push up
It
for a
plays
kill.
like a totally different game. And like people are disappointed that.
Oh, just kidding. Not if it's a fucking tank.
That's cool. Good for you.
Oh no. Oh, did we throw? Left side, mega.
I don't even know. People are upset about this. I just don't see it. Like it plays like a whole new game. It's so much more content. It's so fun. It excites me. Man, we could have won that.
Hello and goodbye.
Oh, we hit there. Where? I have to check because it said that our Moira died, but it was there. Looks like Diva to get back. I probably should have just saved my ult to retake here, but that's okay. People always complain, true. It plays so different. Oh. I keep getting distracted. My point is, like I said earlier, this game is meant to be a PvE when it comes out. PvE and PvP. So to think, people are like, they spent 2 years working on a game and all they have to show is this. I mean, they have 2 years. This is half of the game that they were working on. A lot of what they showed at BlizzCon, which I think was BlizzCon, like a year ago. So during COVID, they had to do all this stuff, which makes everything obviously harder. I mean, they could work from home, but that's still difficult. I'm gonna try out Doom here. Like a lot of what they showed was the PvE aspect, not a lot in the PvP change. So the stuff that's shown in this beta is strictly PvP. We don't even know what the PvE looks like, and people attribute 2 years of hard work to this, which doesn't look much different. But it just irks me. I don't know. I'm hoping that one of the betas features the PvE. I think it has to, obviously. But yeah, I don't know. I'm so satisfied with this beta. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they're hitting the crap out of me. That was just unlucky. They all pushed on that side and I was not expecting it. So I was blocking there for a bit and they charged up my punch. And my punch builds up faster and does more damage. See, I hit both of them there, but it didn't even do close to like half health. We can still contest this. I got stuck with 3.
More low? 1?
You lied! She's not 1! You can also cancel his slam just like that? Which is really neat. I got a Bastion. I should probably swap. I might just play like Hog or something.
Yeah, let's focus up here. We got this.
See, you see that heat seek?
Alright, everybody, no deaths here. This group is 5.
I mean, you missed me, or you just threw it around the corner. It stuck to me. It's insane. I think that needs to at least. Oh my gosh. I don't mind the heat seek if it doesn't do like 130 damage. Fine. Like I think
Nice.
if you're not, if the heat seek is what is required to stick, I don't think it should do 130 damage or 125 or what it does.
You can't hide.
I don't know. It's just silly to me that I mean, they got rid of the part that it stuns, but they made it essentially difficult to miss. Like, that's crazy to me. Oh my gosh. I didn't think I was that low. Yeah, Soldier is my biggest complaint of Overwatch 2. As silly as that is. He just is so good. He was a really good character on the original game. But with shields and stuff, it kind of diminished what he could do. Bro, our Hans is popping. Oh my god.
Nice shot.
Good job, Hanzo.
Oh, jeez, brothers.
Wow. What a stud. He killed like 4. But Soldier just, he can kind of roam free. It's kind of nuts. The Moira's tick. They're also on. So it's, I don't know why.
More low.
Bye! You see that? See how far I punched him off because I had this charged punch thing? He's crazy! And that was blocking damage. Like the point is that I'm a tank now, so I have to block damage. That's what this E is. And see, he just charged it up. So now, like, look at that. And his ult's the same. I think he punches down faster. But like, oh my gosh, that punch was crazy. I get to boot people like that. So the fact that I also canceled High Noon. Yeah, we'll probably see it here. Look at that. They just go flying. That's awesome. Whee! Just like they made tank fun to play. So alright, that's all I'm gonna stream. Hopefully I showed you a little bit about what it's all about. I'll stream more this week hopefully at some point. Okay. Bye bye. Have a good day.